Y'all, we're gonna do a big old prime rib. We're gonna do it on our Ninja Woodfire XL. I grabbed myself a 4-bone prime rib. What we gotta do to get to this point is take us back a couple nights. This one, we prepped it by, taking it out of the package. And then I slice off the bones completely. Some people like to just slice it a little bit and open it up and then tie it back on and all that. To me, I don't really care one way or another. I went ahead and tied up the roast with some butcher twine. This helps keep the roast tight and uniform all the way through. And then I went ahead and snaked some rosemary underneath the twine. So it's nice, beautiful on the outside, add tons of flavor, and it looks really cool as you're cooking it, right? So, and then I just covered that bad boy in kosher salt. Nice, flaky, heavy-duty kosher salt. We put it in the fridge, uncovered on that little rack for, it was 3 nights. Guys, I suggest overnight at least, but if you can go 2 or 3 days, go for it, okay? Now we're back to this morning. I went ahead and pulled it out of the fridge, let it, sit for a little bit, take that chill off. And now here's where we're kind of leveling it up to bring it to that Wagyu, to that prime flavors. We're gonna spray it down with some of that Wagyu beef tallow from South Chicago Packing Company, I think it is. I'll put a link down below to Amazon for it. Like a nice kind of crust on the outside. I'm gonna add one of the barbecue rubs I use. It's called Uncle Steve's Lucky Shake, and I'll put a link down below for it. Real nice, thick, heavy rub, okay? And we're gonna cover the roast and the ribs with it, every which way, sideways, all the way. It's a big piece of meat, and you're slicing off the meat, so you're just gonna have the outside crust on there, so you're not gonna over season it, trust me. So once it's covered in every nook and cranny, right, we're gonna throw our temp spike in there so we can keep some accurate temps. So it brings us to where we're at right now. We're gonna get this thing fired up. Wood fire on. Hello, how you doing? We're gonna turn the mode to the smoker setting. We take the temp to 275, right? Timing, we'll give it a couple hours, but again, we're cooking to internal temperatures. Go ahead, start, let it go through the ignition process, and we'll get that roast in. We're gonna take it to 125 internal in the thickest part, and then pull it out and let it rest for a good half hour or so, just kind of chill out. I decided to go ahead and put the probe in from the Pro Connect. Might as well use it with the temp spike. Double the checking. We're not gonna hurt nothing. Might as well use it. Got a lot of smoke going on there. Love it. Let's go ahead and get our roast on. Good. Got our little rib rack on. All right, we'll see you when it hits 125. About a half hour in. Looking gorgeous. Look at that color. Tipping out about 80 degrees. A little bit longer. All right, y'all, we're up to 125 in both thermometers. The Woodfire probe's about 6 degrees higher than my temp spike, so we went off the temp spike at 125. We're gonna go ahead and get that roast off, right? And we're gonna throw a tint of tin foil over the top just so it has some time to rest. Chills out, let all those juices reabsorb in there. If we tried to cut it right now, all the juices would just run all over the cutting board. We wanna give it some time to relax, let all those, let everything just chill out a little bit, right? All right, let's go ahead and get this thing off. Beautiful looking roast, guys. Roast is off. We can go ahead and take out the temperature probes. We're just gonna let it chill out. We'll get the ribs off too. Come on back and we'll slice into it. Guys, we've let it rest. We let it rest for a half hour, all right? It's still nice and hot in there, but we've given it plenty of time to relax and let all the juices kind of reabsorb in there. The strings and snip them with some scissors. Go ahead and get those off. Let's go ahead and get these rosemary sprigs off too. A nice big slice off. Nice medium. You guys like it more rare? I would cook it to more like 115, 120, and then give it that half hour rest. With that half hour rest, we took it, 125, and then went ahead and, let it rest. So it got a little more medium than medium rare, which is perfectly fine. I'm okay with it. It's gorgeous, guys. This is looking too good. Beautiful prime rib. Look at that huge spinalis cap, the best part on the prime rib or the ribeye. I got some of that spinalis cut. This is my favorite. Oh, goodness. Goodness, man. Guys, the smoke, the rosemary, perfectly salted and seasoned. Guys, I tell you what, this is probably one of the top 3 or 4 prime ribs I've made in my entire life. This is something special. Guys, this can be done in either of the Woodfire grills, whether it's the original or the XL. It can be done in your Woodfire oven. It can be done on any other smoker, all right? Because basically we got a set temperature of 275 is what we smoked it at. So any pit you have can be put to that temperature, right? And then we gave it smoke, right? And we cooked it to a 125 internal temperature. So as long as you got some kind of temperature probe or a temp spike or the probe that comes with your grill, you'll be solid, okay? Just remember, cook to internal temperatures. And like I said, let it rest for a good 20 minutes to a half hour, okay? We're done. Listen, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ. Take care.